Hey y'all, so I was wondering about something, and I'm gonna call this a situational reading. I was wondering, how do men feel about women joining together to collectively ban? I'm trying to see a word that I could use. Can we say vagina? I mean, it's a medical terminology, so we should be able to say it. We should be able to say vagina. I'ma say it, okay? To ban vagina from certain men that are predatory towards women. Like, we should collectively join together to ban their ass from intimacy with feminine energy until they heal. And I mentioned that in a post on my other channel, Onyx Rising, about Jaheen and Big Sean situation. I mentioned that, and I asked, because when I had released that and later on I was getting energy, and I had asked the question, how do men feel about that, particularly like that part? And it was showing that it made them feel uneasy. Like, it made them feel uneasy, even for women to be thinking that way. Because, you know, I notice how a lot of men, especially toxic ones, they like to cause competition between women, which causes division. And oh hell, damn it, I didn't have my mic up. Fuck. So I'm gonna ask the cars right now, like, how do men feel about that? Oh, some cars just fell out. Okay, say the Nitosaurus came out, donates a man under 40, impulsive, opinionated, poor judgment, overspends, frequently takes advantage of others, always ready to start an argument, self-destructive and emotionally immature, hurts others. This person will create problems if you don't set boundaries. And you know what I noticed as well? Like, if you have like divine feminine energy and you start to like somebody and you like them openly and in the public, like, other women will start to gravitate towards that man. And it's like, when that man loses you, those women loses interest in that man. And you know, it's interesting, like, I feel like even men will lose interest in a man that loses a good woman. Because it's like, if the man recognize, like, this is a good woman, like, this is somebody that I would settle down with, this is somebody that I wouldn't mind putting a baby in, and you doing stupid shit with that woman, like, you being a scary ass bitch with that woman, you not treating her right, like, those men would even start to lose respect. Cause they be feeling, and I know this, like, from just having male friends, like, they be having feelings and thoughts like that because they will feel like good women are so rare. So when they see that you mistreat a woman that they perceive as a good woman, they get agitated with their asses. Like, damn. Nigga, you stupid. You dumb as hell. So, this is something that already happens energetically. Like, even women will stop wanting to have sex with that person. But as long as you loving on them, giving them attention, other women would desire them. But it's like when you don't desire them no more, and not only you don't desire them, but you have a funny outlook on them because of the way that they treated you, like those other women will also start to feel like that. So, especially a woman's woman, like especially a woman that uplifts other women, like you do her dirty, like you gonna get dirty, you gonna be done dirty by the universe. Bruh, this Mercury retrograde is making it hard as hell for me to talk. Jesus measles. So what the cards is saying, like those type of men, they gonna be feeling some type of way, because the Ten of Swords, it came out reversed, but the Ten of Swords came out. You are not facing problems. They won't go away on their own. You will need courage to overcome them, yada yada yada. All right, so what about healthy men? Like, how do they feel about that? What about healthy men? See, already a difference. The Strength card came out. They think that's a good idea. They think that's a good plan. Because they feel like, well, I'm not going to be in that boat. It's only the man who think that they're going to be put in that boat that is concerned. The Eight of Swords came out reversed. So that also makes them feel secure. This is healthy men. Like, it takes away some type of anxiety that they could have about women, because now they know that you're not going to be reckless with your energy. They love that shit. They love that whole ideal, because they like, well, now the divine vaginas is going to be reserved for us. And we don't have to worry about it being tainted by these toxic ass masculinities if they take on this mentality. I don't even know what I was thinking about when that card came out, so let me see. Okay, so I feel like with this card, this is on the toxic masculinity side. Like, if this was to actually happen and it was implemented, these men would try to go to war with us. They would try to shame us. They would try to project on us. Now, the way that I visualize this in my head, I'm talking about like divine feminine energy. Like, if we was to connect together collectively and work as a unit, that's what I'm talking about. But there are going to be pick-me's, insecure women. And then, you know, you have the whole LGBT community and whatnot. And then you will have the realm of the divine masculine energies. So, if you put it like that, right? these toxic men, like, they gonna join together like they do, and instead of focusing on healing themselves or self-reflecting, they gonna try to go to war with everybody else. Then they're gonna make it seem like the pick-me's are better women than you. But that shit is lame. Like, that's what y'all been doing. It wouldn't make no difference. I know I wouldn't give a fuck, because I already know that when they have sex with those women, those insecure women, that it's not going to be fulfilling. It's not going to be the same as having sex with a divine feminine. So eventually they're going to get tired with that energy, and they still going to desire, and they still going to want and pine after the divine feminine energy that they don't have access to. And it's like the only way they could gain access is by targeting their self-esteem. But it's like, damn, y'all don't see how that's the problem? Because it's like y'all trying to take those divine feminine energies and turn them into the insecure pick-me's that you're not satisfied with. You can't have it both ways. You can't decrease them and still have access to a divine feminine woman. The only thing that you could do is to grow with them, to evolve with them. But they so fucking stupid that they don't be perceiving like that. With they dumb asses, stupid asses. That's why y'all deserve what y'all get. So it's either they gonna be going there, or they gonna be going over to the LGBT community. Because I feel like if divine feminine women was to unite together, those pick-me's are eventually is going to desire to be us. They're going to desire to be a part of us. Because in that group, they ain't going to have real friendships. They're going to be hating on each other. They're going to be fighting all the damn time. While we over here having peace and unity and shit like that. While we over here growing and evolving and barely aging and shit. While we over here looking healthy and shit. And they up there suffering from autoimmune diseases and shit like that. And we over here living to 200 and a million years old. Then they gonna be looking at us like, you know what? I think they own or something. I think I'm trying to get like them. I think I'm trying to be over there. So that group of women is gonna dwindle because they are suffering in that energy. So then what you gonna do? They might go over there and get them some bussy. Can you say that word? But I mean, whatever. Like, some people are already into that, which is up to them or whatever like that. But if you just going over there because you are desperate for sexual energy, but that's not what you actually want, then that shit gonna eat them up. It's gonna eat them up. They're gonna have all types of issues. They're gonna have all types of identity issues and whatnot, like, if that's what they choose. So it is what it is. And I don't feel like a trans man can be a divine feminine. I don't feel like that. I mean, when I say trans man, I mean a person born a woman and they transition into a man. No, actually, I mean a person born a man that transition into a woman. Now, I'm not saying that there's something wrong with that and everything, but I'm saying that's something different. And you could be divine in your own way. Why y'all have to force yourselves in our community when y'all could create your own? And y'all could be divine in your own way. But you're not going to be a divine feminine. And honestly, I think that it's healthier to accept the body that you are born in, because the transition is so invasive. Like the hormones that you have to take, the surgeries that you get, is so invasive. Like when you stand outside of that mentality and you just look at it for what it is, it looked like self-hatred. That's what it looked like. And it's like you feel like the only way to accept yourself is to change the body that you was born in. So you connected more to the physical than you is to your spiritual inner ways. And I don't feel like they gonna ever be satisfied. I feel like a person who is content with being a man, but they dress up as drag sometimes. Sometimes they dress up as women, and because when you think about the whole drag culture, they have an admiration for divine feminine women, and that's why they dress like them and mimic them. But that's not who they are 24/7. That's when they performing, and they will understand that they are performing. They are not actually that. So those people will have more self-love and acceptance than the people who feel like they have to go under the knife in order to accept themselves. And that's just real. That's just what it is. Especially when it causes as many issues as it does. Like those hormones, those surgeries cause a lot of issues. So, let's go back to the healthy man. Like, let's get some cards on them. Okay, so I also feel like with the healthy man, they will be more trustworthy towards women with that type of mentality, because they know that these women value themselves, so they're not going to sell themselves short. So they won't feel the need to dominate and control these women so much. Because I feel like a lot of divine masculine men get in relationship with women who are not divine feminines, and they spend a lot of time trying to, what's the word? Well, they spend a lot of time, one, protecting their ego, because they know that something inside them know that this woman doesn't value her essence as much as they are valuing it. So they will feel the need to protect it all the time, because she yet doesn't have the ability to protect her own essence. And that causes issues, that causes imbalance. And then you will find a divine masculine man in those relationships feeling insecure, becoming overly controlling, overly possessive. And these women will be so immature that they think that shit is cute. They think that that's a sign of love, when really it's a sign that this masculine don't feel secure in the relationship, because he should be okay. He should feel safe with you. he shouldn't feel like he have to worry about somebody else all the time, or you not protecting yourself, protecting your energy. Because a lot of divine masculine men would know that men who are not divine masculines are predatory. And it's like they are sharks swimming around the prey, and the prey is you. And if you do that to a man, you're going to take away from their ambition. You're going to take away from their goals and stuff, because they so focused on you and protecting your energy from these sharks, because you can't do it. And if we could get past those things, then we could focus on other things. Like, we could focus on other shit. If we could get past, like, not feeling insecure within a relationship. And there's so many people out here who, they take pride in making their partner feel insecure. And that's just causing a whole lot of issues, and it's causing us to go into loops and cycles, and we never achieve anything for real. So, yeah. But, alright, I'm finna go ahead and end this reading and whatnot. Hope that y'all enjoyed it. Stay blessed.